Welcome to the semi-final round awards ceremony of World Cup 2012. USAID is the primary agency of the United States that assists countries in recovering from disasters, fighting poverty, and increasing quality of life. Throughout the years, USAID has partnered with many teams in improving economic growth, health, and democracy throughout the world. We are pleased to have with us today the current administrator for USAID. Please welcome Dr. Rajiv Shah.
Hello. Good morning. Congratulations to all of you that have made it this far, and I know I stand between your all being here and a very important announcement of the final four awardees going forward. I want to thank Alvin Roars, the CEO of Enactus, for hosting us here today, Anne-Marie Almeida, who's also coordinating today's effort, and on behalf of President Obama, Secretary Clinton, the rest of our team in the Obama administration, welcome to Washington. You should know that our administration cares deeply about what you're doing, so much so that one of our key leaders, Chris Balderston from the State Department, is here as one of the judges. So we are proud to be partnering with and participating with you. It is extraordinary to see so much energy and enthusiasm in this room here today and in the 1,100 partners all around the world. So let me begin by recognizing that in order to get into this room today, you've already had to compete against more than 1,000 teams from around the world, and you are the ones who've made it to this semifinal round. I am also so excited that so many of the teams that have made it to this round are from partnerships and engagements that the United States and Usaid is proud to support around the world. Tunisia's Higher Institute of Computer Sciences of Al Manar, congratulations. The example you've set in helping a factory increase profits from $110 to more than $10,000 with prickly pears oil is a great example of the kind of entrepreneurial energy that is alive and well in this room today. We have a team from Midland State University of Zimbabwe who partnered with a local church and taught homeless youth basic business concepts to help them get vendors licenses and do work in some of the toughest communities anywhere in the world. And thanks to their effort, more young people are off the streets, paying rent, and eating well because you had the creativity and energy to be here today. In the last few years, USAID has been proud to partner with Enactus and to support teams all around the world. We supported teams at the University of Tirana in Albania, teams at the University of Johannesburg to create the Soweto Bridge program, which has now grown into the African Bridge program. And I could go on and on and on. Here's why we support you. We support you because you are a shining example of what is possible in our world today. You know better than anyone that development work, ending extreme poverty, fighting so that every human being has basic human opportunities in this world is a moral mission, a security mission, an economic empowerment mission, and is the right thing to do. And you have brought so much energy and creativity that you give personification to the idea that development and social justice is too important to be left to the traditional experts and their traditional institutions. You have shown that the entrepreneurial energy in this room today makes it now possible to achieve things that just a decade ago we didn't think we could do together. We stand on the verge now of ending preventable child deaths so that no child has to die of preventable diseases under the age of 5. We can do that in a generation. 19,000 young kids will perish today 7 million this year, but by 2035 that number could be near zero if you continue your efforts. You have shown that every child everywhere could have the opportunity to learn how to read and write and do basic arithmetic in schools all across the world, and you can bring technology and business skills to make that a reality. You are proving, with the examples I just mentioned, that we can end extreme dollar-a-day hunger and poverty around our world within a generation. It is now a solvable problem. With technology and entrepreneurship and ideas, we can change the way hundreds of millions of people around the world live. And frankly, you can also start a small business, make some profit doing it, and do well by yourselves at the same time. And we're showing that through new open technologies and an insistence on open society, that we can achieve genuine democratic principles, open and accountable institutions, institutions that model themselves after the spirit you represent, and bring that to the farthest corners of the globe. Usaid and the Obama administration is proud to be a part of this movement with you. We have launched an effort called Usaid Fall Semester, and you can go to our website, www.usaid.gov/fall semester. You'll find 3 buttons on the website: serve, solve, join. If you're looking for an internship opportunity, a fellowship opportunity, a chance to participate in a service project somewhere around the world, we want to help you achieve that task. If you're writing a thesis paper or a dissertation and you want access to data that was previously considered proprietary, we are putting all of our data and information in the public domain so that we can enable more of your creativity and energy to generate amazing and inspiring results. Today, you can download on your iPhone and an iPad basic applications, see where all our projects are all around the world, and even download the third-party evaluations of how those projects perform so you can learn how to do your work more efficiently and more effectively. And if you have a great new idea, a project that's going to be presented here after I speak or has been presented in the recent past that you think is worthy of real resources to scale up and to test in new environments, we today have, for the first time, Global Open Innovation Awards through the Development Innovation Venture Fund and through our Grand Challenges in Global Development Program, both of which are accessible through the new Fall Semester website. I want to conclude with a few thoughts that I know you'll appreciate as business, economics, and development students. I joined Usaid determined to bring a business-like focus on results, based on the premise that if we can show and deliver great results, Americans will invest more in making the world a better place. For the last few years, many of us in development, not just at Usaid, but across the world, have worked to bring this mindset of business-like, results-oriented development to everything we do. And today, it's working. We do fewer, smarter things. We're focused on key competencies and appropriate roles. We partner better with others from all around the world in a spirit of learning, evaluation, and increased transparency. And we do it all because we believe fundamentally in that spirit of private sector effectiveness. But I had a chance recently to sit with some of our greatest CEOs here in the United States and in many of your countries around the world. And what surprised me is, in addition to talking about business-like results, the central and powerful focus they place on some exceedingly soft ideas: forging common purpose and shared values, meaningful work, deep respect for others, being a part of something larger than oneself. Development, as you are proving, attracts the best minds, the brightest minds, the strongest spirits. Our new open approach to development can help enable you to really tackle and change the world in powerful, fundamental ways. But I also will make the case, and I know many of you appreciate this in this special moment, that when you succeed, when you help someone move from being homeless to being empowered and running a small business, having a home and providing for their family, when you help a child survive, when you help kids learn to read, when you make corruption transparent and fight back against autocracy, that you are doing something even more profound sometimes than helping the community you're helping. You're bringing and showing the world that this kind of work can have deep meaning and a deep personal reward at the same time. So I am inspired by you. I wish you the best of luck. I thank you for the chance to be here with you today. And I know no matter who wins this afternoon, everyone who's been a part of this process is already a winner. Thank you very much, and keep up the great work.
Each of us has a desire to do meaningful work.
To apply our time and energy to something that brings purpose to our lives
and value to the life of others.
We all have the potential to create positive change.
That potential is not unique to a culture or nationality.
It is at the center of our common humanity.
Each of us has within us an entrepreneurial spirit.
A passion that, if unleashed, can inspire others to act.
A talent that, if developed, can assure progress for ourselves,
our families,
our communities.
An idea that, if cultivated, can build a healthier, more prosperous and peaceful world.
We are a community.
A community.
We are a community of people who understand the transformative power of the entrepreneurial spirit.
We believe that the creativity, talent and accountability that assure businesses will flourish
are just as essential to creating the opportunity for humankind to thrive.
We are students.
We are eager to leave the comfort and the theory of our classroom.
We want to apply our knowledge to real challenges that affect real people.
We are educators,
dedicated to shaping values-driven leaders.
Leaders who have that unique combinations of characters and competence.
We are business people.
We are committed to using our expertise,
our time and resources to help a new generation of young leaders understand
the promise of business to create meaningful and lasting change.
Together.
Together, we commit to take action.
Together we pledge to apply our passions and talents and ideas
to impact as many lives as we can.
Not to handle help to people in need,
but to work side by side with them to create opportunity.
Together, we are Enactus.
Enactus.
We are Enactus.
This is a time for leaders who can see opportunity and turn it into value.
Meaningful, measurable, lasting value.
This is a time for leaders who can see beyond the status quo.
Leaders who can bring imagination and ingenuity and a sense of possibility to today's challenges.
That is our challenge.
That is our pledge.
We are Enactus.
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 We are Enactus. Enactus.
We are Enactus.
We are Enactus.
"16 teams competed in the semi-final round of competition this morning. 4 of these teams will now advance to the final round with the hope of taking home the World Cup for their team and their country. Here to officially certify the results is the former chairman of the Board of Management of Kpmg in the Netherlands, Herman Dijkhuizen.
Good afternoon. The key question is, who is more excited, you or I? Listening backstage to all your really enthusiastic remarks and also the applause, it's really amazing. It's really making my day, I can tell you. But welcome to the semi-final round of results of the World Cup 2012. And I do that on behalf of my 145,000 Kpmg colleagues and partners. And I also want to thank you very much for what you do, the commitment you demonstrate and the dedication for improving the life of many others. I think that's extremely important. Then going to our new name, Enactus. When you look at it, progress through entrepreneurial action. I was thinking about it. And let me give you an example. 2 of my newly hired colleagues, Michiel and Joost, had a dream. And I think it is most of the times about dreams. Cycling for water. And they had the dream to cycle from Alaska to Argentina. 30,000 kilometers on a bike. I can tell you, a hell of a job. They made it. And the interesting part of it is they have great stories. They have great stories about the finish and the start. But it's even more important, the stories behind it. The highs and the lows of their journey. Because in most cases, it is about the journey itself. And interestingly enough, I don't know if you have remember your first SIVE meeting. The last time I will use the word SIVE. But your first SIVE meeting, and now you're sitting here at the World Cup. I think in your personal development, 2 major highs. However, the journey in between have given you for sure, I've seen many teams developing, highs and lows. And those highs and lows are making you personally. And I think that is extremely important. Many years from now, you will recall this event, this wonderful event in Washington. However, as a person, I think you develop much more also during the whole journey you had. And in my opinion, today there are no losers at all. You only are winners, and you are the winners. For us at Kpmg, the partnership with Enactus is a very important one. And it is about values, about drivers. And I think we share a lot of those common values and drivers. When you look into it, I see an awful lot of passionate people. That's also what we want to be. It is about making an impact. When I look at what you do, most of the projects are having a huge impact. That's what we try to do also. And also giving back to society. I think that is one of the most fundamental ones. So when you combine those two, it is a perfect match. And this counts, in my opinion, not only for Kpmg Global, but for sure also for the many countries we are active in. And last but not least, we are the official scorer. We work to develop a voting process that ensures accuracy and transparency. And during those semi-final rounds, also today, a Kpmg representative was in those competition rooms to ensure that the voting materials were delivered to us in a complete way. And at the end, we also presented those results to the announcer. Again, on behalf of Kpmg, I would like to thank you, but also to congratulate you with your achievements. Thank you very much.
Now for the announcement of the final 4 teams. From each of the 4 semi-final leagues, 1 team will advance to the final round of competition. The teams advancing to the final round of competition should designate 1 team member and 1 faculty member to come to the stage following the announcement of League 4, so you may select your final round time slot. From League 1, the country advancing to the final round of competition is the United States. We invite 1 team member and 1 faculty member to come to the stage. From League 2, the country advancing to the final round of competition is Zimbabwe. From League 3, the country advancing to the final round of competition is Egypt. From League 4, the country advancing to the final round of competition is India. Again, we advise all winners of this competition, one faculty member and one team member, to please come to the stage. Now here to conduct the drawing of time slots from Kpmg, the official scorer of the World Cup 2012. Please welcome once again our chairman of the World Cup 2012 Rules Committee and the president of Kpmg US Foundation,
Time slots are now set for the finals. Congratulations to everybody in this room for all you do around the world to make this a better place. Thank you.
good luck to the 4 teams competing in the final round of competition. Please welcome back our worldwide president and CEO, Alvin Roars.
Good afternoon. I have a presentation I'd like to make, and I'd like to ask our chairman to join us. And while Doug McMillan is making his way here, I would like to say thank you to Doug. If you think about being the CEO of Walmart International, that means you're the CEO of a company that, if it were standalone, would probably still be one of the 10 largest companies in the world. You're the fastest growing division of the world's largest corporation. You've got people all over the world reporting to you on a minute-by-minute basis, and you give 3 days to be here. That is commitment. I didn't know if I should say this or not, but Shelley, I'm going to share anyway. The commitment of his wife, Shelley, is as deep as Doug. Shelley, thank you for your support. And now, having said that, I also have to share with you, I learned out in the hallway last night from some of the students talking that our chairman has a new nickname. So please welcome to the stage Chairman Eye Candy, Doug McMillon. So the award that we want to present is an award that we started at the first World Cup. It is an award that we have historically presented to an individual who has been the greatest champion of Enactus around the world. And as we started looking for candidates for this, one thing became very clear. We needed to change the criterion. And the reason for that is while there are individuals who have done a great service to us, we honored Joel Connor last night as a global champion. There is one organization that has stood head and shoulders above the rest of the world for us that really has been a global champion. Partnering with us in 30 countries around the world, a half a dozen of their senior partners serving as chairs of the board, hundreds of partners serving as board members in countries and advisory board members on teams around the world. Presenting sponsor for 3 years, starting this year for 3 years of the Enactus World Cup. If I had 10 more, no, honestly, if I had 5 more corporate partners who would go as wide and as deep as this organization has done with Enactus, it would completely transform what we could do to change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge global champion of this organization, Kpmg. Please welcome to the stage Sean Kelly, Lord Michael Hastings, Bernie Milano, Jean-Luc Herman, Terrence, Joe Winful, George from Russia, come on up. And all of you for Kpmg, stand up and let us know you're there, please.
For those of you who know me, this is the first time I'm speechless. We're just actually proud to be associated with Enactus. We really value the partnership, and just to echo what everybody else said, I think everybody in this room is a winner, and we're just delighted to be associated with you. So thank you very much. It's a great honor.
It's very hard to add much to what we can do as servants of yours, but like I said the other day when we began, this is that wonderful pause at the beginning of October. When you've gone through the summer, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you're facing the bleak winter, and you get an injection of pumped up energy because you come to the Enactus World Cup. So we thank you for the chance to serve you, to support you, to spend time with you, to treasure you, and to see that as you go into your futures, we'll stand right behind you, not just for the next 3 years, but for your generations to come. Thank you so much.
Okay, here we go. At this time, we'll be moving toward our final round competition. Judging these teams will be a distinguished panel of international business leaders whose names you can see on the screen. On behalf of Enactus, it is my pleasure to welcome each of you to the final round of competition, as well as thank you for giving so generously of your time to participate as a judge and to help choose the next Enactus World Cup champion. Judges, before we begin the competition, there are 2 final items that that need your attention. First, please find the yellow cumulative score sheet in your packet. We need you to fill in the name of each country represented in the final round at the top of this sheet in the space marked country name. Please list the countries in the order they will be competing in this afternoon. Starting with Egypt, next is Zimbabwe, then the United States, and finally India. Please fill those in now. Now, our last order of business is for me to administer the judge's oath. This oath is a personal commitment taken by every individual serving as a judge at any competition worldwide. It's displayed on the screen behind me, and you can also find a copy in your judge's handbook. I'll read the oath aloud and then ask for you to confirm your acceptance by saying, "I agree." On my honor, I agree to serve today as an official judge of this competition in a completely fair and impartial manner. I personally commit to this responsibility with no previous conflicts of interest or predetermined expectations for the outcome of the competition. I will make my evaluations based entirely on the team's presentations and written reports using only the judging criterion provided to me. And I will make my judging decisions independently, with integrity, and without regard as to the institutions, communities, or countries represented by these teams. Judges, please join me now by saying, "I agree." I agree. Thank you. Good luck to the final round teams. Let's begin the competition.
We kindly ask that you remain in your seats. We will begin the final round of competition in just a moment. Once again, we appreciate the cooperation of our judges to remain seated from the start of the final round of competition.